it's Spence, the evil genius, from Witch of the Laboratory with your lab secrets tip of the day. Okay, we're continuing in our tutorial series now under the Settings tab in your admin dashboard. We last left off with the Writing section tab, and now we're going to move on to the Reading settings. The Reading settings basically allow you to have a lot of control over how your site lays out. Specifically, you can change the default setting whereby your blog is the first thing that people see, and you can change that so that a static page could be the first thing, much like a welcome page. You can also set it up so that you can adjust how many blog pages show, as well as how many show inside of the syndication feed, etc. Let's go through these one at a time and I'll explain them as we go. By default, when you set up your Lab Secret Solutions site, and again, depending on maybe the theme that you're using, the first thing that people will see when they click on your header or go to the root directory is your blog, and that's the way that many people want it. Now, although there's protection controls that can adjust what visibility people will have to the social network content or the inter-blog and page content, by default, many people want it to be that you can share the public content through your blog pages and your general pages with everybody. So that's probably something you'll do yourself. However, if there is a chance that you want to set up something which is a custom page, maybe like a custom welcome page, and that you have a site that is otherwise private or needs subscription, this is where you'll change that option. We'll cover this in a full tutorial, but basically what you do is you set up two pages. You go over here into the Pages setup, and I'll click on Edit, for example. And you would set up one page to display your blog and one to be the welcome page. So for example, if I wanted to, I could create a new page here called Welcome. And I'll do it as quickly as possible. Welcome. And I could say blah, blah, blah. And this would contain your custom content that you'd want people to see as the first thing when they came to your site. I'll turn off the comments and I'll publish that. Now, next thing the benefit of using live video. Let's try it again. Welcome, blah, blah, blah. Go ahead and publish that. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is create a page to hold your blog. Now that we're not any longer going to have it as the front page, we'll create a new page, and you can call this whatever you want, but in this case, to make it simple, I'll call it blog, or if you're a Social Go user, you can call it magazine. And don't put anything else in here, although you should turn off the comments, and just publish that as well. Now we have two pages that we're going to go back over into our settings menu under reading. And this is where it gets fun, because basically what we're going to do is click on, I want to make a static page be the first thing that is shown on the front page of my site. And I'm going to choose that welcome page that I just created. Then it says post page. I want to say where I want my blog to be shown. And remember, I created a page that we called magazine. So basically I've said that I want to have the front page be that welcome and any other pages after that for blogging be shown on the magazines page. When I click Save Changes and I go over to the site, now the first thing that I'll see when I click on the root directory will be that welcome page. And likewise, although I don't have it set in my navigation, if I went ahead and clicked on magazine, we would see the blog. And there you go. Okay, let's finish this up. We got about a minute left in the tutorial. The blog pages to show at most, that adjusts how many pages you'll see in the blog post section. So for example, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I want to make more than that, I obviously increase the number. If I want to make less than that, I decrease it. Syndication, same idea. Since you have a built-in RSS feed right over here, you can adjust how many posts will show up inside of that feed. If you want it to be more than 5, that's great, no problem. Just change the number. For each article in a feed, either show the full text or a summary. That means when people are on your front page, and again, depends on your theme, do you want them to see just a summary excerpt, or do you want them to see the whole blog post? And last but not least, encoding for pages, leave it as UTF-8 unless you happen to be using Cyrillic or another type of a language. Then you can choose another character encoding so that that language's characters are properly encoded onto your site's blog. Click Save Changes and you're done. And this is it for this tutorial of the Settings Reading tab.